Hello, welcome to the last review-ish video on AvenueX of 2018. In this video, I'm going to look back on the entire year of 2018 of Chinese dramas and share some of my thoughts and opinions with you guys. So, 2018. It has been termed, I think officially within the entertainment or TV industry in China as the extremely cold winter year. Reason being, many projects were put on hold. The usually really hustle-bustle film sets across China, the sort of Hengdian and other places, are much more quieter, or has been much more quieter this year actually, compared to past few years. So within the industry, people are talking about very difficult situations coming. Not for all the companies, obviously, but we can sense a shift in the industry this year very strongly, and I think that trend is gonna continue, mostly due to last couple of years of so much capital rushing into the Chinese TV industries and all those problems that comes with adapting too much IP and having lead actors who can act, but for whatever reason, mostly money, ended up monopolizing all the resources in the market, creating a lot of problems. So we're seeing the after effect starting to show really strongly in 2018. I started this channel in 2017, and I remember back then when I first started, I talked about mostly 10 Miles of Peach Blossoms. Back then it was still at the peak time, I think, of IP, and people are living in this very rosy dream about continuing doing this and getting money and all that within the industry. But within 1 year, really, we've seen a huge change of 2018. Seeing many IP that was expected to succeed greatly fall and fail greatly. So this is a very interesting year. We also have seen some really weird phenomena happening to certain dramas, but we've also seen good works. Although in terms of like amount that you've seen this year, we really see a huge shrinkage of good work coming out. I think that is actually expected by a lot of people in the industry because they know what has been happening in the past few years, and you're bound to have a really bad year of works if all the previous problems start to show. And because there's a time lag between shooting and production time and the time when stuff actually come out to people, I think a lot of people actually expected this year to be like this. So officially a fiasco year, yes, but it's extremely interesting, which is why I'm doing a different format than last year. Last year I did a sort of voiceover, like fake ceremony of giving out awards that nobody cares about to dramas. This year I'm just gonna talk about a couple of dramas that left an impression for whatever reason on my mind over the last 360 or so days. I've made a special edit for the dramas that I've paid attention to and somehow captured my heart in different ways throughout 2018. And that video will come out, I think, on the last day of this year. So that will be the last video of this channel this year. So today I actually want to run through the dramas that I've picked for that particular edit, and there are 9 of them, and those 9 dramas are mentioned in no particular order. There has to be an order because we live in a linear time universe. So yeah, the first one I want to talk about is Moonshine and Valentine, 千岁大人的初恋节爱. Yeah, the Chinese name is just weird. Why do I pick that drama? I actually didn't like the story. It's such a normal reincarnation love story between humans and non-humans, and there really is nothing special about the plot. The reason I picked this drama, there are 2. The first one is I love the young actor and actress. Their acting was so natural and cute, and I loved how the story started with their story. I almost just want to stay in the ancient period. I didn't really want to come to the modern time. The second reason for picking this drama is because I was so surprised by Song Qian's acting, because previously she was in some really badly acted dramas. Oh god. Oh god. So I thought she was like really bad at acting, but this drama changed my opinion. I was like, wow, she can actually act. I think her performance in this drama is this year the single most surprising improvement in terms of acting ability that I've seen across the entire spectrum of Chinese dramas. whether it's web dramas, whether it's satellite TV dramas, period dramas, contemporary dramas, male, female, like whoever. She is the one that actually stood out as, wow, people can actually improve that much. From you can act, you look cringy on screen, to wow, that is really good acting. Because of those two reasons, I picked this drama. This drama had problems, if you didn't know, is that they were actually writing the last few episodes while they were shooting. For whatever reason, they were running out of time, running out of money. They actually didn't finish the script. So the writer was literally sitting in the hotel room writing the stuff that are gonna film tomorrow. And you can expect the quality cannot be good, and the end feels extremely rushed and completely doesn't make sense. That is what happened to this drama. And actually, Song Qian wasn't even supposed to be the lead actress. It was another person who dropped out like right before starting of shooting. So she was like parachuted to save the production. And I think she did a phenomenal job. So much better than anyone I think could ever expect. So I picked that drama as my first one. Second one is 假如没有遇见你. I've talked about that. I've made review about that. Imagine Me Without You. 12 episodes based on real people's story. I still follow those two people, the couple, on Weibo till today. They're still traveling everywhere. And this is a rare thing this year because it's based on real people's story and those two real people are still alive. It's acted by two actors who are very low-key, very little known, have been playing a lot of supporting roles in previous big productions and nobody remembers their name, but they're beautiful in this drama. They're so real. They are like the people who would travel to Tibet and look completely haggard because of the weather, because of the UV light. If you actually do a road trip to Tibet, you will look like that. Like your skin is completely tanned and your lips are like dried out and you look like somebody just dumped soil on you and you just climbed out of a huge muddy pit. And those two leads in this drama are so authentic and real, like people that you would actually meet in real life. And I think they've done such a good job doing justice to the real people, Ding Zhou and Lai Ming's story in real life. And it's such a good production in every aspect. Third one, 你放任的云 Fire 2. Yeah, you probably knew I talk about this one. Technically speaking, it is a 2017 drama because it aired on December 18th. Yes, last year. But the most important part of the plot really happened this year in January, which just completely broke my heart. I still feel how bad I like my emotional trauma was like back then. So I put this as the beginning drama of 2018. It is probably still one of my favorite dramas. If I have to list 5 dramas ever, it will be one of them. And it has stood the test of 1 year's time. I really didn't see any period dramas that kind of surpass 你放任的云 Fire 2 till now. 平津 and 林夕 the 金熙夫妇 the 金熙 CP. I think it produced the best heterosexual CP in recent couple of years on China's TV screen. Literally the best couple in every way. They're both so independent in their own mind, but their love for each other, it's not like, you know, sweet and showy and, you know, kiss and hug. Like there's only one hug in the last shot of the whole drama. But you are 100% convinced that they will love each other till the end of time, and you're 100% sort of moved by their love, and you understand that they are two people who are individuals but also a couple. Like I love the fact that they're both respecting each other's individuality while they come together and form a really good couple. It's so rare, especially in period dramas these days. So yeah, my fave, still my fave drama. The fourth one, Hello My Dear Ancestor. It is not a very popular drama at all. A lot of people never even heard of it or seen it. It doesn't have huge view count. It probably is considered one of those failure projects of iQIYI because they probably expected more view counts as a web drama for this drama, but it didn't. Still, I also did a review of it. I love it. I still love this drama because it has such an old trope, but it's acted with such genuine feelings. And you almost didn't expect the two leads, they have a big age gap in reality and also in the character setup as well. You almost always worry about this type of setup that wouldn't sell or wouldn't make sense or wouldn't convince people about the romantic relationship between a person who is much younger but who comes from ancient time to to the contemporary time, who falls in love with somebody who's much older than him, like in age, but not in age, like if you understand what I mean, because technically the male character is like 1800 years older than the female character. Miraculously, it worked out really well. It's so funny. It had so many warm, funny, absolutely ridiculously like just LOL moments, but then it's also so heartbreaking towards the end. It is just one of the dramas that I didn't expect to move me, but it moved me so much. Love the two leads acting. I think their acting just made this drama that worth watching. So it ends up on my editing list. Besides, there are so many random shots of cats. Cute cats, so cute. Oh my god. Yeah. I am powerless under the spell of the magical creatures called cats. Fifth one, 双世宠妃2, The Eternal Love 2. I love this drama mostly because I love the first one, so I kind of have to watch the second one. I wouldn't say the second one is as refreshingly, surprisingly good as the first one, because I'm already sort of, tuned in, or I'm already familiar with how the story goes. I love the fact that the second one keeps the essence of the first one, and then it didn't try to become something it is not, just because it had a really good success in the first run. They understand what is attractive about this franchise, because they're making a third one. I think they're making the third season. I love the fact that the scriptwriter, the whole crew understand like what they have on hand, and they're playing at that to full. I also love the fact that the two actors who play the same role, basically the contemporary 8th Prince and the second timeline ancient 8th Prince. I love that dynamic of basically being jealous of yourself. It is so funny, and they played that trope to the fullest. I love the fact that they did all the angles, all the possible funny things that they can dig out of this, like I am facing myself, but he doesn't recognize me. I can't tell him who I am, and I have to wear somebody else's mask while I'm trying to go after my previous timeline wife who now doesn't remember me. It's just so ridiculous, and I love those little moments of their three main characters' interaction while the female role is standing on the side and looking at the two guys who are actually the same person, and was like, I am such a big light bulb in this scene. Maybe you two guys should just get on with it. It is so funny. I also love the fact that I think the eldest prince in the second series becomes much more lovable. Even the elder sister of the main female lead role, who was just a really bad woman in the first series, in this one she becomes a much more fleshed out and real, and somebody who actually you can sympathize with. So Eternal Love 2, I hope they keep up with this one and do a really good third season, and probably just stop there. I think don't go over that. It's kind of running out of steam. All good stories should have a good ending. It should end. It should not just drag and then die. That would be very sad. The sixth one, 忽而今夏, Suddenly This Summer. Special place in my heart. Just because this drama depicts this couple from their high school up to I think 10 years after their graduation. So it has a lot of time lapse overlap with my own personal experience and my age group and what the characters have gone through. Some parts of it actually reflects my personal experience, and it's done in such a well-crafted storytelling way with very good acting from both leads. That's why it is one of those dramas that it makes it very difficult for me to watch, because at certain places I would just have to pause and then just skip, because I can't do it. Its emotional reaction is too strong. This is one of the best, I think, high school and to sort of young adult, that sort of period setting contemporary drama that has come out of China in recent years. I think we have quite a few good ones over the past few years, like with You, with Liu Haoyan and Tan Songyun, like My Huckleberry Friend. Recently, there are a couple, I think, this year that has come out, which are also very, very good. So this genre actually had many, many good contestants in terms of like having good quality drama, but I still think 忽而今夏 is the best one. It just really touched me with its story. The female lead's acting is like, wow, phenomenal. She is like one of the best actresses of her age group, I think, these days in China, without a doubt. And then Bai Yu, because of Guardian, I'm just really partial, I have to admit, to everybody who has worked on Guardian, because it has a special place in my heart. But that doesn't mean he's not a good actor. He is such a good actor in Suddenly This Summer too. And for your information, if you didn't know, he actually filmed Guardian first, and then right after that, like after half a month in 2017 in July, I think they finished in the middle of July, and end of July, early August, he started filming Suddenly This Summer. He was Zhang Yuan actually after he was Zhao Yunlan, and you can't even put those two roles in the same, like they look completely different. And they feel completely different. And I was just like, wow, he can really pull that age range, like over 10 years, so well. It's one of those natural talent he has. I think that is very, very advantageous to have as an actor. 7. Guardian, 镇魂. I put it as 7 because 7 is a special number. Nah, numerology. 7. Also because I found it in July. I found this drama in July and I fell into the bottomless pit and I still am not out of it. I'm actually still literally welded, like melted metal and then cooled and then stuck at the bottom of this pit. I don't know, maybe I would never climb out, that's fine. I've done so much work for free or fan work for this drama that it exceeded normal people's reasonable limit, and it doesn't make sense. And it probably is a Guinness World Record, but I'm not gonna go and apply for it. I'm just saying, I'm still doing stuff till today on Weibo. I finished actually recording the entire freaking book in Chinese with me reading it out. It's on Chinese, 网易云音乐, but the thing is, you have to understand Chinese and then you have to have access to the app, which if you're not a Chinese market user, you can't download the app, blah blah blah. I've done over 10 edits for this drama. I don't understand why I am so crazy about it, but yeah, that's just the fact of it. It is one of those weird dramas that are actually not really good in terms of storytelling, in terms of plot. There's so many cringy moments, and especially the supporting roles, storylines that doesn't make sense. The script breaks down after episode 16 and completely breaks down after episode 25. From 25 on, it's just like, whoa. But still, who cares? You know, people are just watching it for the two main lead actors because it's so good. I become a fangirl when I talk about Guardian. Now, the 8th one, another Daylight production. I just have to say they're the best companies today, and that's 大江大河. This drama is still airing now, and it will finish very soon. So that's why I put it as the sort of 2018 drama, because it wouldn't, I think, finish airing by the end of this year, but it will have aired like 80% of its content. It is one of the highest rating dramas this year in China already, and like I expected, a lot of people from my parents' age group, even older or younger, you know, around who were born around like the 40s, 50s, 60s, those people are the huge viewership of this drama. It is very, very well made. So well made in every aspect. If you want to know the details, you should go and check out that review that I had that got taken down and then put back on. Yeah, it is one of those dramas, if you didn't start watching it, you probably wouldn't want to start watching it, but once you've started watching it, you really want to find out what happens to the characters. And the acting of everybody is just ace. Wang Kai, good. Yang Shuo, good. Dong Zijian, Tong Yao, everybody is just so good and so convincing. And they captured that period's quality in terms of the looks, in terms of how people would actually behave. It is very different from contemporary China, and I think they captured the essence of the late 70s, 80s, 90s so well. I really just don't have any complaint about this drama. It is just good stuff. There are already 2 dramas from Daylight production on this list. And the last one is 原生之罪 Original Sin. It's still airing. I think it has aired over half of its content by now, and I think the week, not next week, the week after, it will finish. It's a 24 episodes web drama, and it's kind of the twin brother of Burning Ice. That's just in the sense of the team. Everything else is very different. I picked this drama because at the end of this year, actually, a couple of dramas all rushed out, such as this one, such as The Mystery of Antiques, such as 知否知否, Story of Minglan. But I put this one in 2018 because I think most of the story has happened already in 2018, whereas the other two dramas will lead into next year, and 知否知否 is over 78, I think, or 73 episodes long, so it will not actually finish airing until February. So I would actually consider mostly that it is a 2019 drama. Original Sin, I've loved it so far. I don't think in terms of crime or detective stories it is the best, but I do love the general sort of look of it, the atmosphere of it, the acting between the two leads. I think it started to gel much better after episode 8 or 9, and as the story progresses, you really do feel they can be a really good pair. Not necessarily very strongly on the bromance side. There's a good dynamic between the two male lead actors, and they're just really funny. It's funny in places that you didn't expect, and I think especially Jai Tianling's acting is really, really good. He is one of the best actors these days, I think, in China, in his age group. And I can make so many gifs out of his facial expressions in this drama. This drama is very enjoyable to watch. It's one of the dramas that I definitely will check out as soon as it updates. So that concludes the dramas that have left an impression on me in 2018. And I love them for different reasons, and I don't think they're across the board exactly the same level in terms of quality. Some of them are much better than others, but I will love them for my own personal reasons, and they all end up in my final end of the year edit. At the end of this video, I want to say a huge thank you to every subscriber who has subscribed to this channel and who has been with me since last year, March. You may found this channel like right from the beginning, or maybe you only just found it like recently, but thank you everyone for coming to me and leaving comments and talking about what you think about dramas and other stuff on my channel. Before I started this channel, I really had no idea about what kind of people I would attract or who would even want to watch this type of channels and videos, and here I am more than a year and a half later. Apparently there are a lot of people who do love watching Chinese dramas, and in terms of the future of the channel, I don't really know, because as I've said previously, because of copyright problems, issues that I always have on this channel so hugely depends on what actually happens, right, in the TV land of China. It really just depends on how many good works I see, or how many interesting works I see, and what is worth talking about. So in a way, I feel I don't have 100% control over what could happen on this channel. I've made over 100 videos and put so many hours into it, and I've enjoyed it a lot and found a lot of people who have the same passion. So for that, I'm super grateful for everyone who has found my channel, who has left comments and messages, who have followed, my posts here and there. Thank you guys so much. I hope in the year of 2019, I think in numerology it's a year of 3, so it means a year of creation, lots of creativity energies. I do hope the entire industry, the TV industry in China, can start to become better in every way in 2019. I hope great works can come out this year to surprise me. I hope this channel can live, and then maybe it will morph into something that is slightly different, or maybe it will continue to be like this. I have no idea. I'm not trying to make a business plan, because I don't think I can doing the stuff that I do on this channel. And also, if you do have suggestions about what you might be interested to see, because I've actually tried other stuff on this channel too, like teaching Chinese and talking about other stuff, but it hasn't really formed a system or something that I can keep on doing and keep on putting out content. If you have other suggestions, welcome. Leave that in the comment. At the end of 2018, I hope this year has brought you growth and gifts, whatever they may be. I hope life has treated you well, but if not, at least now you can make peace with whatever has happened to you and then look forward to a bright new year. Thank you for watching Avenue X. I'll see you in 2019.